Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here today. Today I'm going to be attempting to realistically rebuild the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a very talented roster, so let's get right into this one. Here is the Chiefs offense. It's pretty good actually. Patrick Mahomes, a very young quarterback, amazing throw power, just very, very good stats all around, you know, in general. Rookie, of course, so he has a lot of potential here. Kareem Hunt, another rookie, one of the better running backs in the NFL. I'd say after, you know, it's only been his first season, but I'd still say that he's a very, very good running back. Tyreek Hill, a great wide receiver. Sammy Watkins, a new acquisition. Very talented wide receiver there. Chris Conley isn't bad. This offensive line is not fantastic. I know Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz typically play terribly in simulation. Eric Fisher in particular. I don't know why, but a lot of the time I see him letting up like 40 sacks, 30 sacks a season. I hope that doesn't happen now. Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends in the NFL for sure. 99 overall, one of the best players in this game then. And then their defense is very, very good. I'm not sure why it's set up as a 4-3 because this team is for sure a 3-4. They got Kendall Fuller and David Amerson in free agency. That's pretty cool. Kendall Fuller is a great player, great young player. Chris Jones, fantastic defensive end. Anthony Hitchens is pretty good. Justin Houston, great outside linebacker. Reggie Ragland's not bad. Eric Berry, superstar safety. Fantastic player there. There's a couple pieces on this team that need to be added really and like need to be removed and stuff, but this is a realistic rebuild, of course, so I can't really trade all that many, you know, players. I'm probably just going to sign like 1 or 2 players in free agency. Let me actually see who's here because I know Tyvon Branch is here. Not sure if I want to go that route. He's pretty good, but I kind of want to go younger because I don't think this team is currently in like, you know, like I don't think they can make the Super Bowl this year. Sharif Floyd would be pretty cool. I don't know if I'll go after him though because he's a very good player. Well, that's a weird reason not to go after him. I'm going to give him a deal. I'll go after Sharif Floyd. He's a very good player. I think he can play well for this team. I might throw him to defensive end. He might go up there, to be honest. Not go up, but like play pretty well there. And then for my safety, what kind of safeties are here? Free safety is what I'm looking for, really. Trey Boston. Trey Boston's not bad. 25 years old. I'll go after Trey Boston, see what he's all about, see what he can do for this team. And now I think I am going to switch Sharif Floyd to a defensive end, and I hope he can play well there. I'll make sure this scheme looks all good and everything, and the experience, and then I'll see you at the midseason. I also threw Spencer Ware on the trade block, because there's really no need to have this good of a backup running back. He's definitely going to have some trade value, so I figured I would just trade him away. What kind of picks are we getting? We're getting a second rounder next year from the Ravens, or a second rounder next year from the Packers, a 6th and a 7th. I like this with the Colts. A second rounder next year, a 5th and a 7th this year. That seems good to me. So I've gotten a couple comments on my videos asking how I know players have superstar development. So this is one way. At week 3, you can go to the draft stories here. If you just hit Y on the front, you know, screen there, it takes you to the news. Go down to the draft stories, and it'll tell you a player. It says Martin Rice was a rugby player just a few weeks ago, but his strength and endurance translates well to football. This means this player has superstar development, and it won't always say exactly this, but if a player is mentioned here, it'll always say something about like their background or like something. It's never going to be negative. It'll be like kind of a positive thing. So that means these players have superstar development. I figured I would point this out, and there's 2 other cases where you can figure out if a player has superstar or not. At the midseason mark here, we are 4-4. That's not horrible actually, considering we were 0-2 at week 3. You guys saw there. But we are in 3rd. The Chargers are 5-3, the Raiders are 5-3, and the Broncos are a measly 1-6. Pat Mahomes, though, is 10,000 experience. That's a very good start. I'm going to spend that immediately. Try to get him, you know, the best chance of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year in a division or in a conference with Deshaun Watson. That is very difficult to do. So let's get him up. Also, nobody in the defense really had that much experience. I just kind of went by it quick. I'm just getting it all in awareness. 82 overall. That's not bad whatsoever. So let's see who we have to bring back. Dustin Colquitt. I don't know if I'm going to negotiate with him. Probably not. He is 35 years old. I'm not going to do it. Anthony Sherman. I'll give Anthony Sherman a contract. Why not, right? He's a very solid fullback. I think he's been on the Chiefs for quite some time. It might have been since he got drafted. I'm not sure. But Harrison Butker I'm also going to bring back. Very talented kicker. Why not, right? Okay, he's coming back to the team. And then I don't really want anybody else here, so I'm going to let them all go. Another way to check if a player has superstar development is at week 15. There's a chance that it will let you know in the draft stories if a player won the Heisman. So defensive players rarely walk away with the Heisman, but this year USC free safety Martinez Thornhill did just that. So this means that this Thornhill guy does have superstar development, which is actually pretty cool. He's a free safety. If he's like a second round prospect or something, I might try to get him because the Chiefs don't have a first rounder in this current year. But yeah, that's another way to figure out if a player has superstar guaranteed. So we did not make the playoffs, and 2 players regressed. Who is it? Patrick Mahomes and Harrison Butker. Well, Patrick Mahomes just regressed because he got sacked. That's okay. Harrison Butker, though, did not play well at kicker. Okay, we went 6-10. Well, we were 4-4 at the preseason. That's rough. So we lost the opening 4 games, won the next 4, lost 1, beat the Giants, and then lost a whole bunch, and then beat the Broncos. Okay, the Chiefs never play well in simulation for me. I figured that out. Anyway, Patrick Mahomes, 4,206 yards, 29 touchdowns, 15 picks. No chance that's enough for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But Kareem Hunt did horribly. 7 touchdowns, not even 1,000 yards, 3 fumbles. That is not a great season whatsoever. No wonder this team played so badly. Tyreek Hill, though, gets over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Chris Conley, 4 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 6 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins almost gets 1,000 yards with 5. This is probably horrible. 30 sacks led up from Eric Fisher, 21 from Mitchell Schwartz. These guys are off the team this next season. Anthony Hitchens, though, 137 tackles. It's not bad at all. Tackles for loss, we got 9 from Sharif Floyd. That's pretty good, too. 13.5 sacks from Chris Jones. Interceptions, we got 6 from Eric Berry, 4 from Kendall Fuller, 3 from Justin Houston, Anthony Hitchens, Steven Nelson, and Trey Boston. Steven Nelson and Trey Boston played pretty well, and then 2 from David Amerson. The defense doesn't really look like they're a problem. It's the offense, I guess. Like, we didn't really do anything. 26th on offense. I don't know how we're ranked that, highly. I thought we would be, like, 30th. And then 27th on defense. Anyway, we're not going to see a Chief anywhere near any of these awards. That is for certain. For certainty. Defensive Player of the Year, maybe Anthony Hitchens or something? Nope. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Pat Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, 3rd and 4th. Didn't expect them to win it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we have one. Okay, so, a rough year, because we don't have a first-round draft pick. I would have liked to have this record if we had a first-round draft pick, but we do not. 13,000 experience left from Sammy Watkins, 12,000 from, not Sammy Watkins, 13K for Tyreek Hill, 12K from Sammy Watkins. Offensive line, not really great. That went all the way down to my practice squad somehow. And then on the defense, I was really hoping Kendall Fuller made a Pro Bowl or something. Justin Houston, 13,000. Eric Berry, 12,000. Chris Jones, 10,000. All right, so I guess I'll see you guys actually at the Super Bowl, because that's the next chance you can figure out if somebody has Superstar. So yeah, during the Super Bowl week, you can see right there, Ray Long wins College All-Star Game MVP, rushing for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. That means that player has Superstar development, but if it doesn't say it down there, it will once again say it in the draft stories. There's only a chance of this to happen too. It's not guaranteed. There's actually a chance for all of these to happen. None of these are guaranteed. But there's a pretty good chance that, I think all these will happen. But Ray Long, like I just mentioned, wins All-Star Game MVP. If a player wins All-Star Game MVP, that means they have Superstar development as well. We are in the off-season now, and there's a few players I would like to bring back. One of them being Sharif Floyd. And somebody told me in the comment section, I just want to see if this works. If you sign a player in free agency, you can just give them a very low deal and they will accept it. I want to see if this works here. If he doesn't accept this, I can always franchise tag him or something. Because I do want him back on the team. Let's try this. That's such a dumb contract. And he accepted it. That is a really cheesy way to save money. I'm not going to do that with Trey Boston. I'll give him a pretty legitimate deal. But that's a very cheesy way to save money. I just want to see if it worked. I will definitely do that, though, in fantasy-style rebuilds. I don't want to do that now because that's obviously nowhere near realistic. And in fantasy-style rebuilds, realism really isn't a factor. But anyway, let's see who's here. About $44.8 million in cap room. And Spencer Ware, he's just a 90 overall. Okay, I don't think I'm going to bring in anybody else. Like, Jonathan Hankins would be cool, of course, but I'm not going to do that. I brought him in the past couple of rebuilds I've done. I don't like bringing in the same players constantly. Matt Ioannidis would be interesting. I don't know how well he would play, but he's not a bad player. Nikel Roby-Coleman wouldn't be bad, but our cornerbacks are actually decent. I might go after Matt Ioannidis. How many points would I have to give, or how much money would I have to give? I'd give that. 110 total points. I can probably bring this down. I'll go after him, and then Sharif Floyd can probably slide back into defensive tackle. I'll give a little more. 103. I'll give him 103 points. That's fine. I think that's worth it. I'm trading up with the 49ers in this draft here. I'm giving them my second-round draft pick, pick 42, and D Ford to get the 15th overall pick. I'm not going to be drafting an outside linebacker with this pick. I mean, the pick hasn't happened yet. I don't even know if my player is going to be there. But I just feel like I can replace D Ford, in the next season, maybe in free agency, maybe in the trade block or something. But the player I want looks absolutely amazing. I know I already signed Matt Ioannidis to play defensive end or play defensive tackle, whatever I want to do. But this guy just looks so good that I feel like it would be weird if I didn't take him. I think this guy should start on my team regardless. Maybe I can have Ioannidis as a backup. I don't know. But I want this guy to start for sure. Hanson Martin. Great combine. He says he's a 4-3 run stopper. I think he can play perfectly fine in a 3-4. Very strong. He's quick. He's agile. And he has very good top 3 skills. Let's go with him here. 82 overall quick development. He's already the same overall as Matt Ioannidis. I knew this guy was going to be so good. 77 speed too on this man. This pick right now is going to Bram Forston. What an interesting name. He has very good top 3 skills and a ridiculous combine. 40 bench press reps is remarkable. This guy's going to be very strong. He's pretty quick. He's agile. He's kind of fast. He looks like a really, really good offensive lineman. 78 overall, normal development, 92 strength on this man, 81 run, 77 pass, 87 impact block is not bad. This next pick is going to Sean Hose. Is it supposed to be Hose? I don't know. But he looks like kind of similar to the last guy. I didn't scout this guy because, I mean, he has a very good combine. He's probably going to be a great player. But he's very strong as well. He's quick, pretty agile, 23 years old, not bad. Out of Duke. Let's see what he's all about. 77 overall this time, normal development, 90 strength, 82 run, 75 pass, 88 impact blocking. These players are very good. I got 2 more players that I really want to draft here. One of them is Dawuan Bird. This guy's combine grade, if you just look at, the overall grade, does not look fantastic, but if you look at the stats, 40-yard dash, 4.35. This guy can absolutely move. 3-cone shuttle is first. 20-yard shuttle is third. I almost said second. So this guy's really agile. He can accelerate super quickly, and he's very fast with good top 3 skills. This guy looks like he's going to be a steal. 82 overall, quick development, 94 speed, 86 catching, 86 route running, sorry, 84 catching, 97 acceleration. I think I'm going to throw this guy at kick returner because I want this dude to try to make the Pro Bowl or something. 91 agility, 85 elusiveness. This guy is so good. The last player I have on my watch board is a 7th round talent, so I'm actually just going to trade away this 5th rounder for a 3rd next year. That's a bit absurd. I think I'm going to go with the Broncos because the Broncos have not been playing too well. I'm hoping that's their pick. It says it's supposed to be 90th though. I'm going to go with the Broncos. They always, predict the Broncos to do pretty well. And I'm hoping that's their 3rd rounder. They didn't do that well last season, I think. I don't think they did well. Anyway, this player is going to be a center, and he looks really good to me. Scott Fisher, very good combine. I mean, he's like top 3 in all the stats, that are highlighted there, and then he's 6th in vertical jump, whatever. Let's go with him. He should be a pretty good player. 73 overall, quick development. Not a great overall, but he does have quick development. And he is a solid player? What am I saying? He's a solid player. I think I tried to say solid and talented at the same time. And I said like salad. Whatever. Yeah, he's a solid player. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So you can normally get like a 5th round draft pick for a 7th rounder. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now. Or a 4th. Okay, from the Broncos again. Let's screw up the division. Why not? I don't even want to search for the rest of them. I'm messing with the division here. I'm getting another offensive lineman here. I'm trading Mitch Schwartz and Eric Fisher for Jamon Brown. I think that's his name. He was on the trade block, so I figured I'd go for him. One more quick trade here. I'm giving the Chargers Mitch Morris and a 5th rounder for Desmond King, who was also on the trade block. And now he fills out the cornerback position very well. This is what the team looks like going into this next season. I actually want Damian Williams to be the backup. I don't know. I give Tricandrick West a shot. I'll give Damian Williams a shot for this season here. Patrick Mahomes is up to an 83, Kareem Hunt's a 91. This guy, I am really excited to see what he can do. He looks like an absolute glitch. This offensive line is getting better. So what happened was I moved this one left guard we drafted to left tackle. I think this is the best offensive lineman that we drafted. I want to keep Laurent Duvernay-Tardif at right guard because he honestly doesn't have the greatest stats. Honestly, I think this guy might have better stats. They're kind of close. I think this guy has better stats, though. And then we got this other guy, this Hose guy. I'm going to keep him at left guard. Keeping the center at center. I hope he can play pretty well. He has quick development, which is nice. And then we have Jamon Brown playing right tackle. He has pretty decent stats as well. So I think the offense can do pretty well this season. This is what the defense looks like. I just signed this random guy out of free agency, Marquise Beckwith. 3-4 pass rusher, outside linebacker. That's pretty much the reason why I signed him, is because that was his scheme. And he's a rookie, 70 overall. I don't know. Maybe he can do something. We don't have D Ford anymore. I need to replace this guy. I guess I need to replace D Ford in the draft upcoming. And then on the defensive line, I have Hanson Martin starting at left end because why wouldn't I? And then Sharif Floyd and Matt Ioannidis, 2 defensive tackles here. I think Matt Ioannidis is still a left end technically. Yeah, but I just moved him up here to backup defensive tackle, just in case there's randomly a package that he comes into play. I think this team can do pretty well. I'm going to spend this coach experience, and then I'll see you at the midseason mark. At the midseason mark here, we are 5-2. We have a winning record. That's nice to see. Chargers, though, are on top of the division. The Broncos are 4-3, and the Raiders are 1-6. We just lost to the Chargers earlier in the season, so that's why they're ahead of us now. And this is what the offense looks like. This wide receiver, 8.2K. Patrick Mahomes, 8.1K. Not bad. Check out the defense. Anyone have a lot? 7.9k from the defensive end is not terrible. 3.22k from this random rookie over here. I don't see anybody with that much. It's okay. So who do we have to bring back? Jarkandrick West is actually our top free agent. I probably will not negotiate with him, but Jamon Brown I will. He's our right tackle. He's our starting right tackle currently. Why not try to bring him back to the team? He's coming back to the team. That's nice. That doesn't mean, you know, I'm not going to replace him in this upcoming free agency period if I find someone better. But I just want him on the team just to, you know, make sure I have somebody. Chris Conley on one back. He's pretty good, but I don't really need him anymore. I have another wide receiver who looks better than him, so I'm going to spend my scouting points, my coach experience, all that good stuff, and I'll see you at the end of the year. Did we end up making the playoffs? That'd be awesome if we did. We did. We went 10-6. We have to take on the 9-6-1 Bills. That is sick. We made the playoffs. 12-3-1 from the Chargers, though. 7-9 from the Broncos. 5-11 from the Raiders. So let's check out the team schedule. 4-0 in the preseason. Won the opening game, lost to the Chargers, beat the Broncos, lost to the Rams. We beat the Texans, the Bengals, and the Raiders. Lost to the 49ers and the Browns and the Chargers. We got destroyed there by the Chargers. They are so good in simulation. It's insane. Then we beat the Ravens, the Raiders, and the Steelers. Then we lost to the Seahawks. And then we beat the Broncos and the Bills. So we just beat the Bills last week, you know. Hopefully we can beat them again. That would be pretty sweet. But how did Patrick Mahomes play? 4,779 yards, 37 touchdowns, 13 picks. That is a great season. He's probably near the top of the MVP list. Kareem Hunt, 9 touchdowns, 1,125 yards. Not a horrible season. No fumbles, though. That's a bright spot. I just wish he was over 4 yards a carry. Damian Williams, though, 9 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. Tyreek Hill, 1,304 yards, 6 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins, 9 touchdowns, 944 yards. The rookie Dawuan Bird, almost mispronounced his name horribly, 1,181 yards, nearly 1,200 with 8 touchdowns. And Travis Kelce gets over 900 yards with 9 touchdowns. A lot of yards there. Sacks, 32 sacks let up from Bram Forston, not great. Jamon Brown let up 14. That's kind of what happens when you move players to tackle when they're not supposed to be there. Whatever. Anthony Hitchens, though, 127 tackles, not bad at all. Tackles for loss, we got 12 from Hanson Martin, my fault. Sacks, 18 from Chris Jones, 8 from Hanson Martin. 18 sacks from Chris Jones. 4 picks from Anthony Hitchens and Kendall Fuller. 2 from Eric Berry and Desmond King, and then 1 from Justin Houston. I apologize if I've been saying Kyle Fuller. There's definitely a chance I have been. Anyway, though, touchdowns, we did not get any, but we were 4th in the NFL in offense. That is great. That's a much improved number from last year. And then 26th on defense. That's like the same. Patrick Mahomes was 3rd for MVP. Tyrod Taylor's up there. That's pretty cool. Nobody else from the Chiefs. Didn't really expect so. Patrick Mahomes, though, 2nd to Tyrod Taylor for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Chris Jones, we got Anthony Hitchens. Not bad. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Dawuan Bird is 4th. Wish he was higher. It's alright, though. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we got Hanson Martin down there. What number was that? Number 5. That's when I see something. Best quarterback does not go to Patrick Mahomes. That would have been awesome. It goes to Tyrod Taylor. But I hope Mahomes maybe like made a Pro Bowl and got a lot of experience. Please. 25,000 experience. It looks like a Pro Bowl to me. I think he got Quick as well. Yeah, that is a Pro Bowl with Quick. That's nice to see. 27K from Tyreek Hill, 15K from Dawuan Bird. I didn't even check if he was a kick returner. That sucks, but it's okay. Forston, 10,000 experience. That's pretty good. Don't know how he got so much when he played so badly. It's whatever. It happens. And then on the defense, 15K from this left end, 43K from Kendall Fuller. That is a Pro Bowl and a half. Yes, it is. That is a nice Pro Bowl appearance. 14K from Justin Houston. Only 10K from Chris Jones. Thought he'd get a bit more. That's alright, though. I'm going to spend this, and I'll come back with the word I would like you guys to comment. Here's a quick glimpse at the offense, but before I really get into anything, I'd like to mention the word here. So comment Wyoming if you are still currently watching. I greatly appreciate all those comments, all those good stuffs. That didn't make sense. Whatever. I will love all those comments, respond to a whole bunch of them, all that good stuff. But the person who suggested that word told me to do it because Wyoming doesn't exist. So that's pretty fun. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what he said. This is what the offense looks like. 88 overall for Patrick Mahomes with confidence. 92 for Kareem Hunt. 93 for Tyreek Hill. Not bad. Offensive line is looking a bit better. Then the defense, Kendall Fuller's a 93. This guy's a 73. That's a random. 87 for Anthony Hitchens. 86 for this defensive end over here. 96 for Eric Berry. Let's see if we can take down the Bills. Let me check out the overall, though. I feel like we're like an 87. 86. The Bills are an 85. We do have the overall advantage. That really doesn't seem to mean anything ever. But let's see if we can take down the Bills. The Bills are another weird team in simulation that like always end up getting wins. Let's see what happens, though. And, of course, we lost 31-28. I saw the score over there. Playoff games, man. I don't get it. I don't get why you always like lose playoff games with decent teams. It's okay. That's why I never really consider, winning a Super Bowl to be like the most successful a rebuild can be, because you can have like just as good as a team and then not make it to the playoffs. I mean, not make it to the Super Bowl. If you make it to the playoffs, that means your team's pretty good. I've talked about this before, though. Patrick Mahomes, 328 yards. Shout out to Kessel. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Quinn Kading, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. I'd take Patrick Mahomes in this game. LaShawn McCoy, 2 touchdowns, not a bad game. Chris Ivory, no touchdowns, but he had more attempts than Kareem Hunt did for some reason. Tyreek Hill had a pretty good game. Zay Jones had a good game. Dawuan Bird had a pretty good game there. Kelvin Benjamin had a touchdown. We are in free agency here. $53 million in cap room. Who is here? Trey Flowers. This is so tempting. A 92 overall. I have a good defensive end. That is so tempting, though, to go after Trey Flowers. Because then I can throw, like, my defensive end that I just drafted to defensive tackle. I'm sure he would play really well there. I'm going to try to pursue Trey Flowers. Just try to build a ridiculous D-line. That's the plan here. 94 total points. I'm going to go just barely above the Bills. Let's go like that. 97 total points. If he accepts that offer, then that is perfectly fine by me. If he doesn't accept it, that's also okay. But I also need a defensive, what am I talking about? A outside linebacker. I might go after Brown or Akpo, in all actuality. Because he's not going to get many offers, and he's not horrible. And I don't want to go after Marcus Golden because he's getting 92 points from the Jets. Or Denzel Perriman because he doesn't really fit the scheme. I could have go after D Ford again. Or like Zadarius Smith or something. Because I didn't see anybody. I'm going to go after Zadarius Smith as well. I didn't see anybody, you know, in the draft that I want to take. And Ray keeps inviting me. I love you, Ray, but I'm in the middle of a video. I'll accept that after I'm done recording this and see what he wants. But anyway, I'm going to go to the draft now. So it turns out we got Trey Flowers and Brian Orakpo. So what I think I'm going to do with the defense here, I want Trey Flowers and Chris Jones, of course, to be the defensive ends. But then I want to see something. What does this guy go up to at defensive tackle? Because now I have an insane D-line, and I'll probably trade a couple of those guys for people on the trade block if I need to. Or I can just throw them on the trade block by themselves. I'm not just going to cut them. Okay, well, this guy's the best defensive tackle I have. I want Trey Flowers to play left end. This D-line is looking ferocious. I might keep one of those guys like Matt Ioannidis or Sharif Floyd. I'll keep whoever's cheaper just to play the backup, just to make it look a little nicer. So this is what the D-line is going to look like. There we go. This is exactly what the D-line is probably going to look like with one of these guys gone. So that looks good to me. So I really wanted a safety and this one cornerback in this first round. One of those two guys, but they both got drafted. The cornerback was supposed to be a late first round talent, and he went at number 11, which is annoying. But anyway, Miles Presley is about to be on the team. This guy looks very good. I'm not really upset with having to take him. It's not like I'm settling for him because he's probably still going to be super talented. B+ impact, B pass, B- run with that kind of combine grade. Looks like a very good player. 80 overall superstar development. This is a great player. Oh yeah, this guy transferred from rugby. I forgot about that. I had him on my watch list for some reason, and that was the guy that I saw at week 3. So yeah, this guy is fantastic. So I really don't need this running back, but he looks way too good not to take. Demetric Newman. I'm going with him. 81 overall, normal development. He was ranked first in the entire draft. He's probably like an 84 in the correct scheme. That is ridiculous. This guy has a 7.8 combine, and he hasn't been drafted yet. I feel like this guy's going to be horrible, but what an insane count. I have to take this guy. 77 was slow. This guy's 96 speed, 94 acceleration. Oh my gosh, 94 elusiveness, 92 agility. This guy is an absolute animal. I'm sorry I just took 2 back-to-back running backs when I really don't need a running back, but I don't really want anybody. I was going to trade that pick away if I didn't see that guy. I'll show you who I want that's left. There really isn't anybody else. There's a 4th round, middle linebacker that looks decent. He's late 4th. I can probably take him with my early 4th there. And then all these guys at the end. So I'm going to trade down to these 2 3rd-round draft picks. I'll talk over this really quickly. Trade these away for picks next year. That looks perfect. A 2nd and a 3rd next year. I don't want anything else for this season. So that's beautiful from the Bears, I think that was. Yep, 2nd and a 3rd next year from the Bears. I will take that for sure. And then that's not what I meant to do. I meant to go down first. Hold on. Let me sim to my next 3rd-round draft pick and then take another trade and then just, pick the rest of my players. I think I have enough picks. I didn't really check. It's not really the biggest deal if I don't. 2nd and the 7th. That's probably what I'll end up taking. I'll take it with the Bengals, though. Unless anybody else is offering it. 2nd and the 6th. Why not? It's a little better. I'll take that from the Cowboys. So here we are in the 4th round. Let's take this linebacker. He should still be here. Here he is. Kristin Blackwell. I'm not sure how much time he's going to get on this team starting. He looks really weird, though. I don't think I've ever seen that character model. I don't know, but he's just going to be pretty much a backup. Maybe I'll start him over like Reggie Ragland or something. Depends, really. It really does depend on his overall, but let's go with him. 77 overall. Quick development. I should probably start this guy over Reggie Ragland. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take these players. I have a lot of picks for next year. I don't think any of these guys are going to be anything special, but let's just go with them. 71 overall. Nothing special. I really don't think any of these guys are going to be higher than like a 72. But let's see. The next guy is probably going to be another 71. Just in case any of them are better than Brian Arakpo. That's kind of the plan here. Quayshawn Conrad. What do you got? 71 overall. Pretty good power move from that guy. And then the last person I'm taking is going to be, like, he's projected to go undrafted. So he's definitely not going to be great. There's only ever been a few times where there's been, like, undrafted players be gods for me. But here we go. Darren Livingston. Probably 71. 72. He's actually the best player out of the ones we drafted there. Not bad. Here's a look at the team going into the third season. I do need a backup quarterback because currently it's Harrison Butker, but I'm pretty sure the computer will sign me one. But Patrick Mahomes, 88 overall. Kareem Hunt, 92. This is the power back, right? You are the power back. I want you to be the backup. That's perfectly fine by me. And then the wide receiver core is looking a bit better. I want Bird to be our kick returner. I kind of want to make sure that happens. This is what I decided to do with the offensive line. This is the center we drafted. I'm going to have him play left tackle. I hope he can play well there. The thing is, like, I really want this guy to start. I moved him over to right tackle. I want him to start, but, like, Jamon Brown's a higher overall. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm going to start this guy. Why not? I hope this wasn't a mistake. Let's see what he does. Jamon Brown didn't play particularly well last season anyway, so I don't think it'll really go down much from there. And this is what the defense looks like. This D-line is remarkable. And then this linebacker core is very good as well. We got Blackwell, 22 years old, quick developing rookie linebacker. You know, normally I'd start him over Anthony Hitchens, but Anthony Hitchens has been playing very well, and, you know, I want to do as well as I can this last season. Brian Arakpo, right outside linebacker, the veteran, of course. Kendall Fuller still a 93. Desmond King's an 84. David Amerson still on the team. This team looks very good. I think they can play well. Let me go to the specialist, though. I know Tyreek Hill is such a good kick returner, but I want this guy to make the Pro Bowl if I can. I would much rather have Bird make the Pro Bowl than Tyreek Hill, just because Tyreek Hill is already a 93 overall. But anyway, I'm going to spend my little bit of coach experience. Actually, no, I might wait and try to get like the quarterback upgrade or something, but I will see you at the midseason mark in case I want to do an extra season. I still want to go to the midseason mark to, like, you know, re-sign players and stuff. So we are 4-3 at the midseason mark. Really thought we would be doing better. Check out the division though. 5-2 from the Chargers, 4-3 from the Broncos, 4-3 from the Chiefs, of course, and then 1-6 from the Raiders. So we definitely still have a shot to make the playoffs. I hope we are able to. 10,000 experience from the left tackle. That is nice to see. I will probably spend that all. And then 8,000 from the backup middle linebacker. Not really a backup. He's still starting. Also, my bad to Reggie Ragland fans that he's not starting. I'm sure I'm pissing off some Chiefs fans in this rebuild because I did trade a decent amount of players away, to be honest, and, you know, I'm sure those players are all well liked by Chiefs fans out there, but this guy's an 85 overall. Okay, that was the, you know, correct decision to start this guy at left tackle. Like, I'm sorry, I really do like Reggie Ragland, but I hope you realize that, like, this guy has a lot of potential. I feel like he can go up super high. I'm gonna upgrade him now. This guy's awareness and play rack up. 75 each, maybe? A little bit more. Okay. 81 overall. See, he's already catching up to Reggie Ragland. He can get to where Reggie Ragland is by the end of the season if he keeps playing well. But yeah, team looks like they're playing okay. We have to bring back Tyreek Hill. We also have to bring back Kendall Fuller, Chris Jones, Anthony Hitchens, Sammy Watkins, Reggie Ragland. The guy I was just talking about. I'll give him a contract even though I don't really need to. Damian Williams, David Amerson. Okay, so let's start with Tyreek Hill because that's the first guy I want back on the team. Well, he's probably about, you know, as important as, you know, Kendall Fuller and Chris Jones here, to be honest. But he came back to the team. Kendall Fuller is next on this list. They're going to have a rough year re-signing people in like 2019, 2020, whatever year this is. I think it's 2020. But yeah, the Chiefs are going to, you know, be low on money when they have to re-sign all of these players. Anthony Hitchens, another player I want back on the team because he's one of our better defensive players. He's a great middle linebacker. Very consistent. Sammy Watkins, our number 2 wide receiver. 6 stats too. He's a very good player. He is coming back to the team. At Reggie Ragland, I will give you a contract to show that I really do like you. I think you're a good player. You have some potential for sure in the NFL. David Amerson, Damian Williams, I'm not going to negotiate with. But David Amerson, he has horrible zone coverage. But I'm going to negotiate with him because I still need a nickel corner. And why not bring him back? He's not great, but he's definitely not terrible. So I will spend this coach experience, actually still not yet, because I want to get the quarterback upgrade, and I can't yet. So I will spend it once I'm able to do that, and then I'll see you at the end of the year. So we got a first round bye. Did not really expect that to happen. 12-4. What, we were 4-3 at the midseason mark? We we lost one game after the midseason mark. Okay, 4-0 in the preseason. Beat the Raiders to open the season, lost to the Broncos, beat the Packers, lost to the Chargers, and the Colts. Won so many games right there. How many games was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row. Lost to the Lions, beat the Broncos. Great season there. This is a fantastic third season. I think this means I'm going to end the rebuild here. But anyway, Patrick Mahomes, 4,904 yards. Well, okay, I'm not going to end it here. I'll end it after the playoffs, of course. But 4,904 yards, 43 touchdowns, 15 picks. Amazing season. Kareem Hunt, 15 touchdowns, 1,228 yards. Still under 4 yards a carry, but that's okay. That's a great season still. The rookie running back got 8 touchdowns. That's a backup. Neither of our running backs fumbled. Tyreek Hill, 89 catches, 1,425 yards, 15 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 84 catches, 1,074 yards, 8 touchdowns. And then Dawuan Bird, over 1,000 yards with 66 catches and 7 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins didn't do much, but he did get 6 touchdowns. Sacks led up. How was this? 11 from the left tackle. That is amazing. 11 from the right tackle is not bad either. Sean Hose led up 7. We got 142 tackles from Anthony Hitchens, 106 from Justin Houston. Tackles for loss, 11 from Chris Jones, 10 from Justin Houston. Sacks, 12.5 from Justin Houston, 8.5 from Chris Jones and Trey Flowers. Interceptions, we got 5 from Desmond King, 4 from Eric Berry, 3 from Kendall Fuller, 2 from Anthony Hitchens, Kristin Blackwell, who had 97 tackles, and then 2 from Trey Boston, and 1 from Justin Houston, and I just realized I threw Matt Ioannidis on the trade block, but I never traded him. It's okay. Eric Berry had a touchdown, as did Trey Boston, 6. So, second on offense, almost at 7th. Second on offense, and then 13th on defense. This team looked great. Patrick Mahomes comes in second for MVP. That would have been awesome if he could have won that. That is okay, though, but he does win Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC. I did see that before I checked these stats. Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Hitchens and Justin Houston are number 3 and number 4. Myles Garrett actually wins it. He's a 98 overall. It's ridiculous. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Demetric Newman, our running back, comes in 3rd. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to our middle linebacker, so he will for sure be a higher overall than Reggie Ragland now. I still do apologize, Chiefs fans. I hope you can forgive me. Nobody else from our team on this, but Patrick Mahomes wins Best Quarterback. You know, this year he beat out Tyrod Taylor. Hold on, is Case Keenum still in the Broncos? He is. Best Running Back, Kareem Hunt is in 4th. That's not bad. Best Wide Receiver does go to Tyreek Hill, of course. He had a great season. Nobody else from our team. Best Offensive Lineman, maybe? Hey, we got Laurent Duvernay-Tardif there at the bottom. Who actually won that? I didn't even take notice. David DeCastro. He's a guy. Myles Garrett wins Best D Lineman, of course. Nobody from our team. Best Linebacker does go to Justin Houston. That's pretty cool. Anthony Hitchens. There he is, number 9. Best Defensive Back. We got Desmond King at number 4. We also have Eric Berry in there as well. And then Best Kicker. Harrison Butker makes it in there at number 5. Way to go. I saw Sam Ficken in there. Wasn't he a kicker for Penn State a little while ago? Whatever. Patrick Mahomes should have a lot of experience. 55,000. That is because I got the quarterback upgrade. You know, I ended up getting it. I also got the linebacker upgrade, so I'm kind of excited to see what our rookie linebacker has. 25K from Tyreek Hill, 39K from this second-year center. This guy's going to be a complete god. 10K, you know, for Sammy Watkins and for Travis Kelce, not bad. 23,000 for the middle linebacker. Honestly, I was expecting a little more, but that is okay. He should still go up higher than an 85. I don't think anybody else has all that much, but that's fine. The offense has a lot of experience. I'm okay with it. Here is a look at this team before we send by this first week of the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, a 97 overall with confidence. He is such a cool player to have in a rebuild. He usually goes up very well considering he is so young when these rebuilds start. This center went up to an 88. Left tackle is an 87. Duvernay-Tardif is an 87 with confidence. 92 for Kareem Hunt. 96 for Tyreek Hill. And then here's the defense. The rookie linebacker went up to an 86. Not bad. I didn't even notice if Brian Orakpo did anything, but it's okay. Maybe we can get him a Super Bowl ring or something. I don't know. But the team looks very good, so I'm going to sim by this week. Shout out to Will, by the way. Who do we have to play? We have to take on the Steelers. I feel like I'm going to lose this game. The Steelers are a rough team to take down, but we are at 95. They are at 94, though. They are not far behind at all. So let's advance this week. Did we end up getting a playoff victory? I feel like I haven't had one in a while. Did we beat the Steelers? No, we did not. See, it doesn't matter how good of a team you have. You always lose playoff games in this. That's why I really don't care about playoff games that much. But anyway, 34-20. They had a whole lot of yards against us. Big Ben, 343 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great game for him. 308 yards for Mahomes, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Le'Veon Bell, 130 yards. Kareem Hunt does not get like any carries in these playoff games. I don't know what's going on in this scheme. I don't know, but he had a touchdown. Dawuan Bird had a touchdown, 125 yards. Eric Ebron, who's on the Steelers, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce had a touchdown as well. So that is going to conclude this rebuild of the Chiefs. I think it went pretty well. Got a bunch of sick players. Ended up turning this team into a 12-4 kind of team, even though they kind of, are that already. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this video, and I definitely hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to show you the defense first. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.